Hello,
Good
sir.
afternoon. Good afternoon. Yeah, please share your screen also.
Yes. Share. Wait, sir.
There is option at down upward arrow button. Okay, screen sharing option.
Yes, sir. Is it share, sir? Hello.
Yeah, is it visible?
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So Hitesh, please introduce yourself and in introduction also mentioned that the project you have done.
Okay. Yeah. Uh, Hello, sir. Myself, Hitesh Kumar Santosh Pandey, and I'm from Nagpur only, and I had done my graduation with BCA Computer Science from Kamla Nehru, and I had done post graduation with MCA from Ramdev Baba, and I had done my project in MCA with .NET project, but after some due to uh, family problem, I had not continued my career in software engineering, and because of I'm financially supporting my family, and afterwards I have moved to I have heard from my friend to this course, and so later on I have joined this course. That's all, sir.
Okay. So in Python, what do you know? Can you explain a bit about libraries? What type of libraries are there and what type of visualization libraries are there?
Okay, sir. Sir, in Python there are basically CV2 library is there. Basically, OpenCV is library that is computer vision. Basically, this computer vision works on it detects the object, and it gives the information related object, that is CV2. Or Pandas library is there, basically which is used for data visualization. Numpy library is there, basically which works on the uh, numeric data, that is array, and random libraries also there which can generate any random number, and yeah, that's all, sir.
Okay, so in do you have knowledge and practice about NumPy and Pandas, right?
Yes, sir, and little bit about CV library, that is computer vision.
OpenCV library.
Yeah, OpenCV.
Okay. So what Pandas library is used for?
So Panda library is basically used for data visualization,
And what about Matplotlib?
and Matplotlib is also used for presenting the data into the graphs or pie chart.
What it is
Pie
called?
chart.
What it is called?
Pardon, sir.
What it is called? The presenting the data into bar graphs and histograms. What it is called?
Data visualization, sir.
Right. So and what do you have knowledge about Seaborn library?
Not yet, sir.
Okay. So the word you say Panda library is used for data visualization. It's not. It's used for data pre-processing.
Okay, sir.
And uh, what types of data types in Python? Can you tell me?
Yeah. Basically, in data types, integer, integer, float, and numeric data types are there. Integer, float, and complex. In string str, and in boolean data type, basically which is used uh, when we are comparing the two values, and if we print the boolean values, so basically it returns true or false. And data types, and furthermore data types are lists, tuples, sets, dictionaries. Eh, yes, sir, that's all.
What is tuples?
Tuple is a data type which is used to handle multiple uh, multiple datas in a single variable.
No, no. What is tuple? Not. Don't tell me the application. What is tuple?
What is tuple? Uh, tuple. Yes, yes, but
Do you know?
yeah, I heard, but I forget it.
Oh, the
I know
tuple
it's
is a simple number of values separated by commas. You can tell, right?
yes.
Then what is list?
List basically list is used to handle multiple variable in a multiple datas in a single variable, which is it is
Like.
mutable. For example, if we are creating a, for example, car is a variable which is mutable. The car
Where is
variable
string?
we are
Where in
using
list?
multiple item,
String.
integer and
String.
string. Yes, sir.
Okay. So lists are mutable, right?
Yes, sir. List are mutable.
And what about tuples?
Tuples are immutable, sir.
Okay. Uh, what is keys in dictionary? So how will not what is how will you get keys in dictionary? By which function you get the keys in dictionary?
Okay, sir. Sir, for example, DIC, D is a name of the dictionary, so D
Okay.
dot uh, get, D dot get method, sir.
And what about values in dictionary?
Values, D dot values, I think, sir.
Okay. So from d dot get from d dot get you can access keys, right? So
Yes, sir.
what about d dot keys then?
Sorry, sir. D dot keys, we can access the key, and
Mhm.
D dot get,
Get
we access the values. D dot get, we access the values of the keys.
specified keys, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah, which we specified.
Okay. Uh, then how will you convert string into integer?
String into integer by using typecasting method. And for example, int of, for example, if a is a variable under which we are passing as a, for example, my name, for example, sorry, a is equal to 5.
Mhm.
So by default, it will accept the input in a form of string, and we are typecasting int of a, so that 5, which is stored in variable a, it is converted into the integer value.
Okay. So now we will come to uh, Python libraries,
Yes,
which
sir.
is pandas and numpys, right?
Yeah.
So I will give you one question uh, regarding. So first of all, before this, do you know uh, wait a minute, wait a hello, Sanket sir. Hello. Okay. So I will give you a question,
Yes,
right?
sir.
So do you have to write? Do you have Jupyter? Do you have Jupyter library? Jupyter lab?
Yes, sir.
So open that.
Okay, sir. Wait for a while, it is opening.
So, do you have a knowledge about machine learning?
Yes, sir. Yeah, actually, uh, I had learned, but yeah, you can ask, sir.
Okay, so which algorithm you explored in machine learning?
Which algorithm?
Mhm.
So there are basically I had known cascade, sorry, Har cascade classifier
Hmm.
and single shot detection method, sir.
This is a
Yeah.
computer vision technique. So I'm asking about basic machine learning algorithm.
Okay, basic machine algorithm.
This is a deep
Uh,
learning part you're talking about.
yes, sir.
Mhm.
Sorry. Region lasso regression, and
Mhm. When we use a region loss allocation, in which case?
uh, sorry, sir, I didn't get it.
Okay, so can you tell me other like basic machine learning algorithms, others?
Mm, actually, sir, right now it is not hands-on. Basically, I'm on working on
Okay,
CV
okay, okay,
algorithm.
no
That's why
problem. No.
I'm
Okay, okay, okay,
able to told you that algorithm, sir.
okay, okay, okay. So create maximize it, maximize your window,
Yes, sir.
create a new notebook of
Yes,
Python 3.
yes, sir. Yeah.
Yeah, the question is, I will give the question. Maybe it's familiar with you. Mhm.
Hello.
Yes, 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 I'm giving you.
Yes, sir.
So you have to write a function
Yes, sir.
that returns the number of prime numbers
That
that
returns
exit up to and including a given number.
that exits up to
Exit up to and including a given number.
including a given number.
Yes, if I'm giving 100 as a number, and if you have to count prime number till 100, like for example, it will be 25. So it will be 25, right?
Yes, sir.
The number of prime number up to 100. So you have to write the code for that. So it's actually one. Yeah, I will give you 20 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes, 15 minutes.
Sir,
So
sir, can you repeat the question, please?
yeah, you have write a function
Yeah.
that returns
Yes, sir.
the number of prime numbers,
Write a function that returns
the number of prime number
the number of prime numbers
that exist up to
that exit, no, sir?
exit up to
Exit up to.
exist
Okay.
exist.
Exist up to
Yes, yes, and including your given number.
and including given number.
Means if I am giving a number as 100 to you,
Yes, sir.
you have to count the prime number till 100.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So I will give time till 115. Please write the code for that.
Okay. Yes.
Are you able to write?
Yes, sir. Yes. Yeah, done, sir. Hello.
So you
Hello.
have to count the prime number. How many prime numbers are there?
Okay. How many prime numbers are there?
First, print the numbers first.
Yes, sir.
So two is one is prime number.
Uh,
What about two?
two is even number, sir. No, 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 no. Two.
What is the definition of prime number?
A number, a number which is divisible by a number which is divisible by itself, and yeah, a number which is divisible by itself, and not, yeah, a number which is divisible by one and itself.
Okay, so you in your code nine is also prime number. So nine is divisible
Uh,
by
no, 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 no,
it's
no,
even one also. But what about three?
no. It is odd
Hmm.
number. Yeah.
Uh, Please introduce yourself and mention your project, what you did in Anusar class.
Sir, thank you for giving me this opportunity to introduce myself. My name is Monali Satish Ramteke and I am from Bandara. As per my qualification concerned, I have completed my graduation in electrical engineering from JD College of Engineering and Management, Nagpur. I have also done my diploma in electrical engineering from Bandara. Uh, If I'm talking about my family, I belongs from neutral family. Yes, sir. That's all.
So you have a technical background. So why do you decided to learn Python, SQL, and why do you decided to IT skill? Why do you decided to learn IT skills?
Sir, because in IT field there are so many opportunities nowadays,
Mhm.
and actually I want to learn the language. So that's why I decided.
Do you know the application of this language?
Uh, yes, sir.
Yeah, tell me.
Application of this language is sorry, sir. I don't know.
Okay. Uh, so what do you know about Python?
Sir, Python is a high-level interpreted general-purpose programming language.
No, no, this is a Google answer. What do you know about Python?
Sir, Python is a dynamically typed language,
Mhm.
high-level programming language with visual.
So tell me more about libraries in Python.
Sir,
Name the libraries in Python.
name of the libraries?
Mhm.
Sir, there are Numpy, Pandas,
Mhm.
Seaborn, Matplotlib.
What is the use of NumPy, and also what is the use of NumPy and Pandas?
Sir, NumPy used for numerical operation to perform numerical operation.
Like, can you tell me the sum of numerical operation that can be solved using NumPy? Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. Can you tell me this some operation that can be solved using NumPy?
Sir, NumPy used for mm,
Can we use the NumPy for matrix operation?
yes, sir, matrix and mathematics operation.
So what Pandas is used for? Don't search and tell me what is the use of Pandas.
Sir, I don't know.
Do you know data preprocessing? What is mean data preprocessing?
No, sir, I have no
Can
idea.
we use Pandas to do data preprocessing?
I have no idea.
Okay. So I will give you simple Python question. Please open your Anaconda Jupyter lab.
Yes, sir.
Open the notebook by Python 3, new notebook. Yeah. So I'm giving you a string. You have to write a code so that that string is converted into list, list of different words. Like which can it should be contain separate strings like I separate, I am separate, Dhirendra separate, and it should be all in string, all in list, right? Right. So the input string is right input string. I'm writing in the chat. Wait a minute.
Hello.
Yes, I'm writing in the chat. Yeah, I write the input in the chat, copy that input, and give me the list of the string. You have 5 minutes, 7 minutes to do that. Okay.
Sir, what is the question? Hello.
You have to write the code so that the output will be list of string.
List of string.
Yes, means the all the string would be mentioned differently. Like hi will be the one string, comma I will be the one string, like that. And should be it's that all string should be in list.
Okay.
So one more question, that can we define predefined function in Python? Can we define a variable using predefined function in Python? Like you mentioned str, which is a predefined in Python. Can we use it as variable?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So yeah, go ahead with question. Go ahead with previous question. Okay, Monali,
Yes, sir.
you are partially correct. So do practice more. Okay, Saili, please introduce yourself, and if you have done any project also, so mention the project.
Okay, good afternoon, sir. My name is Saili Pachulkar from Daryapur. I have passed BSc Mathematics in last year, and then I have done the course of Python, Machine Learning, and Data Analytics in Anup Kelkar's Academy. And now I am doing an internship in based on deep learning, and I have done one project in credit risk analysis. This is my introduction.
Okay, so you learn the Python, data analytics, and machine learning,
Yeah,
and you are doing internship in deep learning, right?
yeah.
As you mentioned. So tell me about Python. What is application of Python, and what libraries you can use in Python?
Okay. So Python is a dynamic interpreter language. This is dynamical type. There is no need to declare variable. Uh,
Mhm.
declare a variable, and it is uh, and we use a Numpy pandas library for visualization and load the data. That's why we use the Numpy and pandas library.
Uh, you said that NumPy and Pandas for visualization. Can we use for visualization or anything
No,
else?
visualization means we create an array and we want to clean the data. That time we use the NumPy and Pandas, but we create a graph, and that time we use the Matplotlib, Seaborn, this library,
Matplotlib.
Matplotlib and
Okay.
Seaborn. Hmm.
Okay. So what types of data types in Python?
String, list, set, tuple.
Mhm. And what about dictionary?
Dictionary is the immutable. Key is the immutable, and value is the mutable. And we separate the key and value is the colon, and both key value pair we are separated by commas, and both are we are identified in a curly braces, and key does not allow duplicates.
Okay. List is mutable or immutable?
List is mutable.
And what about tuple?
Tuple is immutable.
Okay. So you mentioned about data analytics. Means you are good with NumPy and Pandas library, right?
Yeah.
So for
uh,
what purpose we can use a NumPy?
NumPy we create a array. Some Python provide us a list, but it is slow to process. And NumPy provides an array. It is 50x faster than a traditional list of Python. That's why we use the NumPy.
Okay. What and for Pandas? Why
Uh,
we use Pandas?
Pandas, we have some column. मतलब means Python is नहीं, sorry. Uh,
It's okay. Relax, relax, and then give the answer.
hmm. uh, Repeat your question, please.
Why we use the Pandas?
Uh, uh, Pandas have a series data frame and series and data frame. Series is a one-dimensional array and data frame is a two-dimensional. We have lots of data columns. We sometimes we want to concatenate two columns. Some they have a null value,
Mm-hmm.
and that time we use the drop na.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we use fill this value. That time we use the fill na. That time we use the uh, pandas.
Okay. So, do you know data analytics? So, what is the first foremost process of data analytics? If you are if I'm giving you a data, right? So, what is the first step you can do with data?
First we I create a load the
Mm-hmm.
data in any form
Can you
txt
tell me the
file.
function?
Huh?
Can you tell me the function to load the data? If it is a CSV data, then
pd dot read csv.
it's pd.read
Mhm.
underscore CSV. Then after that,
After that in parenthesis we write a file name and then
no, no, no. After this,
okay. Loading data we check the what is null value or not. Then we use the
so how
drop
can we
na.
check the null values?
We use the load data. After that we know the what is the null value and we use the drop na
How?
and
If I have a thousand to 2,000 of
hmm,
data, so how it is not easy to check the manually. So how can we check if there is a or not?
variable dot information that
No,
then gives the
there is a
information.
function called isNull. Do you know about isNull function?
Yeah, yeah, is
Okay.
null. Hmm.
So beside isNull, is there any process to identify null values?
Uh, Sorry, some.
Okay. So, can you me explain if you because you mentioned in your resume that you are a data analytics. So, what is the process of data analytics? Can you bit explain? If I have data, so can you bit explain how can you analytic the data analysis of data?
First, I load the data, then I check the null value, then I fill the after the prediction, I fill the null value,
Hmm.
and
After the prediction or before the
yeah,
prediction?
I have before the prediction, before the
Okay.
prediction, before the prediction, we clear the null value, and
Then
I have done the project on creating the data analytics model. Version in
so you
Python, data
no,
analytics.
see, if you are going to give the interview in companies, you can't tell them that
Right.
you have to ask me question in this area or this area, right?
Okay, okay, sir.
Okay. So like as sir also said that you are good in data analytics.
Yeah.
So tell me about if I'm on what basis you can fill the null values. Is there any
Drop
statistical method or is there any don't tell me the function, tell me the concept that on what basis you can fill that null values.
feel any.
This is a function, no?
Hmm.
So how can means if I have 1 2 3 4 and a 5 6 7 8, I have a na, I will fill that na values using the function of na, but on what basis? Is there any statistical method?
I don't know about that, sir. Sorry.
Okay. Told me about deep learning also,
Hmm.
right? What do you think? What is a deep learning? Because you told me that you are doing internship in deep learning. So what do you think? What is a deep learning? Okay. So see, Saili,
Yes, sir.
only tell that words that you definitely know. Like you mentioned about Python, you are good with NumPy and Pandas,
Hmm.
but also like you are good with function in NumPy and Pandas, but
Hmm.
also you should know that the concept behind, because you are good at data analytics, you should know the statistical methods regarding data analytics,
Hmm.
right? There are p values, f values methods are also there. You should know that, because these questions are like generally asked in interviews. So if you are mentioning about data analytics, be fluent with NumPy and Pandas and their statistical methods. If you are mentioning machine learning, you should know all the machine learning algorithms that are supervised, unsupervised, and also known, also have knowledge of ensemble learning.
Hmm. Okay.
If you know, then only mention. They will only catch that
Okay.
you don't know. Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. I asked you more about machine learning, so I'm not giving you a coding question. We are, the time is
Hmm.
also up there. Okay,
Thank you, sir.
thank you, Sahil.
Python.
Yogesh, firstly introduce yourself, and then we will start with Python.
Okay. So I'm Rupesh Galde. Currently, I am undergraduating from YCC on electronics and telecommunication engineering, and then recently completed my data internship from Springboard.
Okay. So can you tell me a little bit about Python and its libraries?
Python is a simple language. The simple language to read all our things in English are easy to read. It has various libraries, many libraries.
Which libraries? Can you name it?
Such as um, numpys, pandas,
And
and you can count sklearn,
and
skypack.
okay. So what is the use of NumPy and Pandas library?
Numpy library is used for matrices, multiple dimensional matrices numbers.
And what about Pandas?
Pandas for data frames, data जो tables रहते हैं से
No, we can create data frames using
हाँ
Pandas
create
library,
भी कर
but what is
सकते
the use? What is the further process? Further use of that?
हैं use of that.
Like if you have data, how do you use the Pandas libraries to manipulate that data?
I will first load it, and if I have to delete something and I have to just get a particular field and I can just do it. It has wages of what to say, um, डिलीट करना अगर कर सकते ना आप कैच करना कोई पर्टिकुलर अपन को डाटा चाहिए जितना टेबल में पर्टिकुलर थिंग चाहिए एक रो कॉलम निकाल लेना या फिर इतने रो रखना वो कर सकते हैं अपन
See, I have been told that this interview is in English, so
हाँ,
don't mind.
सर
So,
Okay, I will talk
yeah,
in English.
yeah,
Uh,
go ahead, go ahead.
so we can just delete some columns and some rows. We want more particular columns and rows. We can just do it.
What it is called? What that process called?
What this process called? I don't know that process.
Can we call that process data pre-processing?
Data pre-processing. Yes, pre-processing.
Okay, so do you have a knowledge of machine learning?
Yes, some.
So which uh, don't know or no?
As some like there's as a superficial unsupervised learning, supervised learnings,
Which algorithms are supervised?
algorithm your logistic regression, simple
Hmm.
learning regressions, KNN, KNN, sorry, KNN.
Hmm. And
Isn't this 3R and
decision
neural?
tree?
Just supervised learning comes in supervised learning has
No, no. What is
KNN,
decision tree? After that, what you mentioned?
KNN logistic regressions and simple linear regressions.
Okay, okay. So when you will use linear regression?
In which we had to predict something some let's take
Which number?
numbers. Uh, any numbers and
Which type of data if you can predict using linear regression?
it, house prices, household
No,
prices.
no. Don't tell me the project names. Tell me the
Project
type of
name,
data.
I am taking
It is
examples.
a so yeah.
This is prices can be examples, isn't it?
Explain it with examples. Which type
Then
of data in
therefore
house
it
price
is
prediction?
which types data on boundaries,
No, 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 no.
area,
Which type of data means
neighborhoods.
is it continuous or distinct?
Oh yeah, it is continuous.
So yeah, that all I'm asking you.
Uh-huh.
And what type of data you can predict using logistic regression?
Discrete data which is yes or no, which we have to we just directly yes and we have to just say yes or no, or there is something else which all we also know but just we have to like that there are fightings we have to predict, sorry, we have to just say it, and they are already there but we had to just go through various data which are already stored, and according to that data we have to just set them that it is you can go like loan something, just we have to say you can get loan, yes, you cannot get loan or no.
So what type it is called?
Classification.
Classification. Yeah, discrete type.
Discrete type.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
discrete type.
do you know about ensemble learning?
And seven, no.
So wh- you know about machine learning, right?
Yes, yes.
So tell me about outlier. What is outlier?
Outlier, just take a sec, just yes, it is from a graph and which is, and or we can say something values we can we can let's say as an example if we do a medium mean or something, and if
Hmm.
we are doing mean and then so when mean is the summary value it is away from the range, and something I say 1 to 10 numbers,
Hmm.
1 3 5 6 and some egg number is 100,
Hmm.
that number is out of range and it is maximum difference. Yeah,
Okay, okay, right.
that's outlier.
Yeah. So moving towards some coding questions. I'm giving you some one coding question, right? Okay. Wait a minute. So, you did the project. Which project you are completed in internship?
Python project and machine learning projects.
Which? Can you name it?
Uh, it's for and Python project is for ice cream. We
Hmm.
have to
Mm-hmm.
just how customer will have to get the information like what he wants and how he
Mm-hmm.
wants, how much ice
And
cream he
in machine
wants, how much
learning,
code, and machine learning directly data like diseases about diabetes.
can you open that project? Can you open that project?
Okay, yes, and one more, just just a minute. Here was it Google Play
Right.
Store the first project I have done
Okay. So,
on machine learning.
what is the first? What is the first step in this?
First, actually I imported various libraries, just pandas, numpy,
Mm-hmm.
matplotlib, actually I not use it
Okay.
much for that.
So, in this step, you
I'm
load the
quite
data, right?
yes.
After importing the libraries, you load the data. What is the use of that df.drop duplicates? What it
Drop
do?
duplicates. If there are some drop duplicates like this block has continuous coming, like all these blocks is completely printed on
Which
source.
block? Can you
This
name
row,
which block?
this rows. Take for
Rows,
example,
yes.
is zero is printed in even three also.
Mm-hmm.
Zero and three are same. Then it
Mm-hmm.
will remove it.
Okay, okay. Scroll down.
Yes.
Yeah. Why you drop that column?
This
Hmm?
I think this was a not used maximum. As we can predict
What?
size. It was how can it was Google Play Store. Someone doesn't download on the basis of their size. Last updated current version, Android version. No one take a download or something on this
No, no.
analysis or
Why you drop that column? Is it related? Is it relatable to target or not?
no, not relatable.
Okay.
No,
So,
I had thought like that. If we are doing on a Google Play Store,
mhm.
so how will someone think? How will someone download? And actually, we in last we had to find out our installs.
Hmm.
So that's what we will think. What factors will someone will think to download that apps? And
Okay.
these are not the factors.
So, you have a app, you have category, you have ratings, right?
Yes, yes,
These types of data cannot be fed into machine learning algorithms, right? So, how can you convert this type of data into the type of data which is understandable by machine learning algorithms?
yeah. Get them.
Hey, explain that each cell from 783.
Huh. 7 into 3. Okay. I have created a previous data. I had taken a new variable. Had set it PD dot get dummies TF7 drop, and I actually don't want this category in this new PDF and new
Why?
variable, because this category, category we can't load it, and we can drop something which we don't want.
So how do
See
you
this,
decide that feature is not
this is
important?
a R10 designs with us.
But
It doesn't important.
how do you decide? How do you decide that the feature is not important?
We can decide on the vectors which anyone will see before installing that.
No, there is a statistical method to remove the features, right? Or there is a
Statistics.
domain knowledge regarding that. If you have data, there is a domain knowledge regarding that data. So according to domain knowledge of that data, you can remove or add any features, right? So yeah,
So
go to that line 783.
doesn't important if we what we decide
No, there
before
is a,
loading.
right. See, you cannot decide randomly. You do have statistical method for that, right? Yeah, whether is that feature is important or not. Yeah. Okay, go down line 783. Yeah.
Okay, actually, and here we can see, uh, I can explain with the examples.
So tell me what PD dot get dummies do,
Get them is it will turn into numericals ones 0 1 0.
or it will create columns, new columns, or it will create only create the changes in that column only.
It can create a new columns too.
Okay, if I
How
don't
many
have
it
to,
is?
if I don't have to create new columns, like for example, I have data like pass, failed, or ATKT. Like I have a column, I have a classes like that in one column, but I don't have to create multiple columns. I don't want to use PD dot get dummies. So then,
And then we have to, and we shouldn't have that data in the form of these
no,
variables.
no, no, no,
No, we are only on numericals.
no, no. There
No,
are another method. Do you know about mapping of that data, mapping techniques?
no,
Do you
not
know
at
lambda
least.
function?
Yeah, lambda, yes.
Do you know apply function?
Apply,
You know about pandas and numpy, right?
yes, yes.
So then you should know about map function and apply function. Yeah, using map
Map,
function.
map, map.
Yes,
You said
yes,
map, not
yes, yes.
mapping.
Yeah, that
Map,
process is called
yeah,
mapping.
yes.
So how do you create using map function? If I have a column containing classes like pass, failed, ATKT, right? So I have to give the number pass as a 0, failed as a 1, and ATKT as a 2. So how do you do that? Using map. I gave you
Using
hint
map.
also. Yes.
Um, it give one conditions.
About that. Like beside model selection, beside sklearn dot model dot selection, what is other model containing in sklearn?
like this pre-processing standard scalars.
Hmm. So what is the use of standard scaler?
Standard scalar, we if something contain of many datas and which is not in fixed orders. Like we are considering, and we
No,
are
no, I am
considering
asking
that.
about what is a standard scaler. I am not asking about why we use standard scaler.
But before that, I have to explain something.
No, no, standard scale simply means that we have to scaling up the data from 0 to 1.
But, from 0 to 1, but
What is the min
for
max
that
scalar?
min max scalar.
Yes.
Min max scalar.
So min max scalar is you can scale the data between -1 to 1, right?
-1 to.
1. So why we need the scaling?
If it is not in order, we have to
So can you
particular
bit
form
explain?
something in the order that we can get something. Like
Uh,
something is in, not in order particular such but we had to do we had to form something order.
so in which algorithm maximum times in which algorithm you can use the scaling techniques? In which machine learning algorithms?
I don't understand what
Don't know.
like, I don't understand what repeat to listen.
In which machine learning algorithm you use scaling techniques in maximum way?
In algorithm, particular algorithm,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
So in logistic regression, when we have to predict discrete data, which
Yes.
is 0 1, right?
Huh.
Then we use scaling techniques in maximum way because we want data in terms of 0 and 1, in between 0 and 1 or in between -1 to 1, scaling data, right? Yeah, go next, go down. Okay. So can you
This
bit
was of a
explain
standard
about linear
scalar.
regression?
Linear regression, that classification part.
No, no. What is linear regression? Linear regression is, can we do classification using linear regression?
Sorry. uh, it was on a prediction. Sorry.
Okay,
Simple
so
linear regression.
explain
Linear
bit about
regression
linear
is for
regression.
predictions.
Which prediction?
Linear linear regression, no?
Yes, yes.
For predictions, which we can say approximate of something. Like I have said before, price also
No, no.
something.
Which? Yeah, you told me 5 minutes earlier only that we can use linear regression for continuous type of data. That I'm asking, right? So yeah, explain the linear regression. What is actual data? What is predictive data? And what we
Which is
can do?
which is something data which is already stored and we know, and we are just after that model we trained it and we predict on that data which we feature which already stored, and we have that on that we
Mhm.
predict something which is already
Okay.
stored.
Okay.
That
So
data we predict.
how we evaluate predictive score? How we will evaluate a score? How
Evaluate
do you know that predictive data and actual data are same or not?
on the basis of various data which is possibly stored on which
No,
it is decided
no,
which
no. Which metrics you can use? I'm giving a hint to you. Which metrics you can use so that you know the predictive data is similar to actual data.
this
What this? Explain. No.
mean square there. It is said on y predictions with
Okay. So
matrix mean square
is there
y
only
plus
mean square
prediction.
error or the
R2 square.
or
This mean square and R2 square, and this, yeah, no more.
there are also logarithmic mean square. There are also square root square root error also. Please explore to that also, right? And why we use mean square or over square error. There is also, what is error, what is the basic definition of error?
Error something based on the something predictions.
No, tell me the formula wise. No, what is the basic formula, very basic formula of error?
Basic formula according to maths.
Hmm?
Maths which actually actual answer and our approximate answer.
Difference of that, right?
Yes, difference of it.
So yeah, so after that you will find why we'll use a mean square error and all. So yeah, good, Rupesh. I don't have time to ask you the coding question, but in next time I will ask you.